take a bite, and then I wanted more. Baby, just take a bite. Oh my god. Hello and welcome to episode 9 of Pop Teeth. I'm Mima, and this week I have a guest. This is my bestie.
Hi.
Introduce yourself. He said he wouldn't get embarrassed, but look what's happening.
Yeah, hi.
Don't say hi to me, say hi to the people.
Well, to you, I'm Jonathan. To everybody else, my name is Soba. That's my artist name and just the name I'm publicly known by. I'm a videographer, photographer, music artist from New York. And I came all the way to sit on this couch and talk to you.
Because my podcast is officially number 1 on Spotify and all streaming platforms.
It's number 1 in my Spotify account.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm happy this is actually happening because you told me to be on this for a while.
Did I?
Yeah, you're like, you need to be on it. And I said, okay.
Well, first
Next time
guess.
I'm in England. And next thing you know, I'm in England.
Yeah, then I actually get the text like, can I come down and be on the podcast? And I'm like, yeah, sure.
First podcast appearance, by the way.
First, other than me. I appear on it quite frequently.
Yeah.
So, we've been friends for how many years?
3.
How many days? How many hours? He loves it.
I should have kept the timer.
And when we met, you were in London.
Yeah.
What were you doing in London at the time?
Being stranded. I was actually here for a photography gig that was canceled in Germany.
For a big artist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then
remember that.
it got canceled, so I made my way around.
Why did it get cancelled? Was it COVID?
No. The other artist was going through some shit at the time, and he canceled the rest of the entire tour. And I was like, oh, okay.
Did you get paid?
No. I didn't get paid to go there either.
Oh my god, so it was like an experience thing.
Yeah, because I'd never been to Europe before, and then imagine being stranded in Germany.
And then did you work for him again, like later on?
Yep.
And did you get paid for that?
No.
On this podcast, we do it because we love it.
Do it because we love it, yeah.
Okay, cool. So when I met you, how long had you been doing music for at that point?
Well, that was 3 years ago. So before that, I started making music when I was like 16.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when I started recording music.
Did anyone introduce you to it, or did you just listen to like some artists that you loved?
So when I was a kid, I remember going to my mom's best friend's house in Rochester, New York, and my mom's best friend had kids that were technically my god siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's my sister's godmother. So these are my other siblings that we like to just call them brother and sister or whatever. They were allowed to do a lot of cool shit because they're a little bit older than us. So they had 8 Mile on DVD.
Oh, Eminem.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
What?
I've never seen it.
Okay.
Homework. This is why we do this, so that I can learn more.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So I remember being a kid, and my brother, my godbrother Bebo, he was like 12 maybe. No, I'm wrong. Oh no, this is before my sister was born. Yeah, so I was like probably like 2002. So I was 6 years old in 2002. Yeah, so 2002, 2003, I was like 5, 6 around there, and he was like 9ish, but he was, I guess, mature, and he had older sisters.
He was an adult at that point.
And they had and also my freaking mom's friend didn't really care about a lot of things, so she was really cool with them having like explicit DVDs. So they had 8 Mile.
Okay.
And I remember watching 8 Mile when I was a kid and just loving the scene where he's like, for everyone in the 313.
I've seen all of the like memes of it when they like put the like crazy songs over the top.
Exactly. So that scene specifically inspired me to be like, yo, I need to do this one day. Mm-hmm. And I never made music in my life, but I was just like, that's it. Did you
start like la 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 la?
No. But I always pretended I was Eminem. Okay. I've always sat in front of the TV, and on that DVD they had the Mockingbird music video.
Oh yeah.
So I was just like, hush little baby, don't you. And I remember, wow, there's so many memories being brought up now. So that was like the first time I ever like really cared about thinking and performing and all this stuff. And then shortly after, when I was like in elementary school, I remember going to my friend Victor's house, and he used to. This is pre-YouTube, and there was this website called iFilm, and on that website you could find music videos and stuff like that. Besides,
like fresh from MTV.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And then he showed me White America music video by Eminem, and I was like, "Yo, this is crazy." And I just remember watching it, and I was just like, "White America." And then the thing is that, like, I think this is the first real exposure to just hip hop in general, is just mostly Eminem music.
Yeah.
And then like my uncle got me a CD when I was younger, and my other uncle bought me like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, which had Big Daddy Kane and like a lot of other artists and stuff like that. So,
well, I would say like Eminem kind of brought rap to pop, didn't he? So it was easier to access for a lot of like younger kids.
oh, Without Me was the greatest song of all time growing
That's
up.
my karaoke song.
Yeah.
Because I have this thing where like if you are like a singer,
Yeah.
you can't just go do karaoke. It's pretentious. Like you start singing and then I was like, oh, you're actually all right. So you have to go do something that's like completely unexpected. So like,
Without Me is
Without
classic.
Me.
So yeah, I guess the first exposure was, being a kid watching Eminem, from my uncle, my other uncle just throwing me CDs and stuff like that. My family comes from a huge thing of musicians. My mom's side mostly, all musicians.
Sweet.
All my uncles played the guitar. All my uncles like sang at family dinners and stuff. And it was just like always music around me. And then so when I was about 14 is when I started like actually making beats in my computer class.
Yeah, what did you use as your DAW?
GarageBand.
Yeah, nice.
I was in 8th grade.
And like a thick ass iMac.
Yeah. I was in 8th grade, and we had a teacher. Her name was Miss Berkowitz, and she allowed us to do computer time. And
how crazy is that now? Like thinking of the kids at school now, it's like every time is computer time.
every time is computer time. Yeah. So we had
reserved time.
We had computer time, and we had computer classes.
Yeah. ICT class we had.
And then she taught us how to use all the programs on a Mac. But I was like, I guess at the time I was really advanced because I knew how to do like secret things like hide your screen, invert the colors, Command Shift 8.
How do you know all this?
Because my brother went to middle school with me.
Yeah.
And he learned all that stuff because he was like 3 years older. So
passed it down.
Exactly. Passed down the knowledge.
Yeah.
So I remember while everyone was like playing fighting games and stuff like that, I was just on GarageBand, just making
figuring
random beats.
It out.
Yeah, just making random stuff. And I used to like export the beats and somehow email them to myself. I don't know how I emailed it to myself because we didn't have internet that allowed you to go to email, but I figured out a way because we used to get around. There was no access to the school's Wi-Fi. There was no access to like.
It
certain
wouldn't have been Wi-Fi then. It would have been like dial-up. Beep,
there was so many loopholes that we had to get around just to even get on the internet. So because YouTube was blocked, everything was blocked. So you couldn't do nothing. I remember my friend made a website called 2mouseclick.webs.com, and it had all of our favorite games from all of our favorite websites. And that was the way we got to just play games.
Yeah.
But yeah, my teacher allowed me to make beats. I sent the beats to myself, and I would just have like a folder of beats in my like phone.
I'd love to hear those now.
I don't know where they are.
They would be so
exist.
good to like listen back to.
The only thing I could find of recording of music is one song, maybe two. So I have one instrumental made from 2013 on my Spotify, and that was just like a project that I like was working on with my brother at the time.
2013, you'd have been what, like 14?
16.
No.
Yeah.
We're the same age.
20. So I remember I went to high school at 2011, so I was 14, 15 years old. So 2013, I was like 16 going 17, maybe around there.
No.
I can't do the math right now. No. My brain is fried.
Somewhere around there. Anyway, well, we're not going to argue.
I was a teenager.
How old are you to the day?
So yeah, when I was like 14, I started making beats. 16 is when I started like taking it serious, and that's when I like picked up the mic, I guess, and started recording. The first song I ever recorded was a song called Bangin'.
What was it about?
Just being cool.
Do you remember any lyrics?
Yes, I remember the whole song.
Please tell me
I'm
some
not
lyrics.
singing this.
You don't have to sing it. Just tell us. Give us a little ditty.
I think I have it. If I could find it right now, I'll play it for you. But it's on my Google Drive. But yeah, no. At that time, I was mostly focusing on just making beats for my brother. Oh my god, I found it. I don't even know what it sounds. I don't even know.
I love the way you like pretended to like. Oh, I don't know where it is. It could be ages away. It was like right at your fingertips.
There's
like
2 songs that only made it through. 3 to like that were like old music. One song was this song. Okay. This is the first song I ever recorded. I remember emailing it to somewhere, so I found it.
Could you emailing everyone?
I don't know who I emailed it to, but to myself maybe.
Please play it. This is a debut. UK debut. Soba.
This is prepubescent. Oh wait, I already know this is so.
Those hi-hats, let's go.
I'm gonna get canceled for this.
Yo, this is young boy Soba.
Your voice isn't even broken yet.
I bite, so don't get close. Fly to fame is a climb. I'm very sweet like key lime pie.
I'm sweet like key lime pie.
That's so bad. Yeah, no, that was.
No, that's cool. That's a cool first effort.
We're not doing that.
Let's remix it.
No.
Please, I'd love to collab.
I've always thought about dropping it on Spotify just to have it for shits and giggles.
I'm sweet like key lime pie.
I'm not a noob, but I do not tweet about the stickers that are on my feet.
Oh.
I keep it fresh. I keep it clean.
Oh. It's of the time as well. We're talking about Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
The key lime pie.
Yep.
You should have called it key lime pie. Key line pie. Like line of a song.
Bars.
But
yeah, that was so the goal at the time when I was like 16 and whatnot was just mostly just making beats for my brother because we started a collective at the time. Mm-hmm. It was me, him, and 2 of his friends in high school.
What was it called?
Random Outcast.
Okay.
And I was the in-house producer.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was like behind the scenes curating everything. I made the Facebook page, I made the beats, I made the cover arts, I made the track list. I was really like creative at the time. Yeah. But I had no lyrics at all. Like they were the rappers.
What do you mean they were bars?
That was my own stuff. That was completely unrelated.
So when you were at school and you kind of discovered music and creative stuff, was there any thought or concept as to like what you wanted to do when you were grown up?
Absolutely not.
Did you ever like want to do anything practical that wasn't creative based, or did you like instinctively know that you wanted a career in something creative?
I've always hated the idea that I had to get a job, or like the idea that you're gonna have to do this in order to be successful in life and everything. And then since I was like a kid, I always was like going against the grain, and I told everybody like I'm not doing any of those things. So the idea of going to college was just stupid to me. Mm-hmm. The idea of not being something in art was stupid to me. So I was always thinking either I'm gonna, because that's the same time I picked up a camera. So I was like, I'm gonna be a photographer. All I knew is I told everybody since I was like 16 years old, I'm gonna be a millionaire. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. That's just what I'm gonna do. And it's either gonna be photography or music or something. That's the goal.
How much you got in the bank right now?
Probably negative something.
Negative $1 million. I'm a millionaire. It's just negative.
I mean, my debt is found negative. Like I'm down 30K, but you know, it's okay. It's fine.
Ladies, line up.
Line up, ladies. He's single. No, but it's okay. I think that for the first few years of my 20s, I spent it just having a lot of like anxiety and stress about like, oh my God, I am in debt of $1,000 or I'm in debt of $9,000 and blah, blah, blah. Like those are rookie numbers. But the thing is that all that money that I've ever invested into anything were all based off of trips and experiences and things that I've done. And I remember I was so against going out to bars and drinking and getting food and meeting friends for food, dinner, and parties because I spent it all on myself traveling and just trying to meet as many and network as much as possible. That's exactly what I did my entire 20s.
And when did you start that? Like 21?
I started networking when I was 17, 18 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I started
In the
losing
collective.
money when I was like 20.
Yeah. So what kind of like mundane jobs have you done alongside?
Okay, so my first job ever was working at a diner as a busboy / cook. So I used to make eggs.
And then deliver them.
No, I mean like, yeah, I would just walk around and just, yeah. I worked in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. At 16 years old, I used to take a train for an hour and a half just to get to my job at 4 a.m. Yeah, just to be there by 6.
Why?
To be there by 6, you had to open
But
at
why
6.
did you work there when you could?
Because I made $100 a weekend,
Nice.
cash.
Cash, baby.
Yeah.
Don't tell the IRS.
Don't tell the IRS. Yeah. I worked. I was a cook. I was a delivery boy. I was a messenger. I worked in bagels. I worked in delivering cookies. I used to clean pools. Who would have thought?
Do you think you've chosen jobs that take like, I'm not trying to sound rude, like minimal effort to
Yes,
like, get quick results to then carry on with what you want to do, really?
Anything that paid tips, anything that paid cash, I did it. I did moving services. I did construction. I've done valet. Great time. I've done every single job that I knew I had some experience in how to do it. So like my delivery jobs, that's a joke because I used to do messaging delivery jobs for my dad.
Yeah.
Like on weekends, he'd be like, hey, listen, I need you to go to Staten Island, deliver these papers, get them signed, and do this, that, and the third, and come back. I used to ride my bike all around New York City delivering shit for my dad. So
Had that one in the bag.
got that one in the bag. I knew how to
cooked eggs at home.
Cooked eggs at home, so I know how to cook eggs at a diner. Yeah, I know how to make a really good salad, sandwiches now.
Yeah.
Ask me and I'll make you a really great breakfast.
Okay.
American breakfast.
American. Okay, sweet. So you did all of those jobs, and then when did kind of some real paid work come in for you with regards to?
Still hasn't gone. It still hasn't gone.
You've had some great opportunities.
No, I had
though.
some great opportunities and great jobs.
You met some cool people.
I met a lot of cool people.
Who's that guy that does all the like subway hijacks? Not hijacks. Like,
Yeah.
the like subway takeovers where he's like, meet at this station and we'll ride the subway.
Steve.
Hijack Steve.
Hijack Steve. No. Steve Wells. So Steve is a content creator and videographer, creative, just a creative. That's the best way to describe him. He, I met him sneaking into a party. I remember I was DJ Khaled had a.
Can you say his name properly, please?
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled.
We the best music.
We the best music.
He had a album release party and it was like invite only, and somehow I got in, and somehow he got in.
What, to his own party?
No, Steve.
Oh.
So Steve got into the party, I got into the party, and I remember looking around. He was just kind of videotaping a bunch of things, and this was like back in 2019, maybe 20 something. Yeah, 2019. Excuse me. And I remember I was making music and I needed a videographer, and I went up to him and was like, hey man, you look like you know what you're doing with that camera. What's your information? Yada yada. He gave me his Instagram. I've seen his videos before. I'm like, oh dude, you're Steve Wells. And then from that day forward, I just kept connecting with him, seeing him often, and now he's like this huge videographer that everyone knows, and he does the One Train Cyphers.
That's it, the ciphers.
The Cyphers in New York City. Yeah,
that's what I said.
He's goated. No, he's goated. He's definitely gonna be a legend in New York City one day. 100%.
I think, like, I know you really want to come to London and stuff, but I think that's what's so exciting about New York is there's just shit happening all the time.
24/7, baby.
And like you were saying earlier, you felt so loud in England because in New York everyone's just so expressive and so like
they're so
out
happy
there,
and
and
so
here everyone's
positive.
quite like private, and so something like that wouldn't happen on the underground. Like that would be shut down.
Not until somebody does it.
No, like that would get shut down immediately. People
By
would
who?
be like, by like the rail transport police. They'd be like, what is this
I think
what is this conundrum?
See, but the thing is that, like, for example, Steve, we already knew that he already knew. I'm not gonna say we, it's not my idea, but He already knew that there could be at any given time some sort of consequence to this action, whether it's disturbing the peace, causing a riot or something. So he understands that there could be some sort of consequence and whatever. But the thing is, we just don't care, and he would never. Nothing is going to stop him from doing what he has to do.
Yeah,
there was this one time I was there. We were on the train, and it was such a big thing. They shut down the entire train.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
And there was.
Wasn't that the one I was supposed to go to with you?
I think so.
You
I
invited
did.
me
Yeah,
to one,
because
and I was like in a bad mood or something.
Yeah,
so
you were
that
in New York at the time. Yeah.
And then I saw it got shut down anyway.
The entire subway had signs throughout the station. They were like, due to disturbance or whatever, we are shutting down the one train service from now till the end of the stops or whatever. And I was like, this is hilarious. So saying that
but
it can't
the subway has disturbance all the time, just by being the subway.
Well, that's because it's New York. Everything happens in New York. But until somebody breaks that barrier out in other places like London, it will never happen. So somebody's got to take that risk. Risk getting arrested, risk all this, risk bothering people. You know what? People in England need excitement anyways.
They need bothering.
Yeah, they need bothering because they need some sort of character or personality.
Oh.
That's rude. You're okay. Not you specifically. It's just that, this is so bad. I don't take that back at all. Anyways, the people.
The people?
Not you. Yeah, no, I think that a lot of these places around the world need a little bit of, I mean, it sounds really ridiculous coming out of my mouth. Someone's going to say, stupid American. They think that they need to infiltrate everybody with their culture, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Everybody needs a little bit of, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And just do it. 100%. So if somebody wants to create a one train cipher like Steve does in New York City and they want to do it in London, just do it. And then get in trouble. That's the point. Mm-hmm. And then once you come back from, the police station, do it again. That's it. What's the worst that could happen? You spend a night in what, jail? Is that you guys have?
I have
you guys
no
jail?
idea what would happen.
What exactly? You don't even know what happens. So you might get.
They would just stop the train like. Unfortunately, due to a disturbance on the Victoria line.
The only thing I would want to do is that one, I would do it on the Elizabeth line because of the air conditioning, or two, do it in somewhere in the winter.
Also, the subway is wider.
Or I would never do it on the
small.
Piccadilly. That would be stupid. Or the Jubilee. I would do it on
Why do you know so much about those trains?
Because I take them all the time.
All the time.
The District line is probably the best one. Or the Circle. It just goes in a circle all day. You could just do it right there. Boom.
Yeah. Get Steve to come over.
Pick
up
listen.
Central C.
Listen.
And boy better know.
Don't tempt him.
Stormzy.
He will do it.
Get Ed Sheeran up in that bit.
He will do it. I'm telling you. He has the connections.
So obviously you say networking is very important for an unsigned independent artist. What are some other things that you've learned during kind of figuring it all out yourself that you think are really valuable? Even if you say you're not earning a lot financially, what are some really valuable skills or lessons or anything you've learned at this stage that you think is useful to share?
One thing that I've learned and that I'm very passionate about is not depending on anybody else. Because once you start relying on other people to help you out, it gets a lot more difficult because now it's turning into management, and you don't want to manage anybody for nothing. You want to make sure that you're self-efficient with or without other people. Because I've created teams, I've had people help me with certain things here and there, but they didn't stay long term because they don't have the same ideas or dreams as I do. So
do you think if you found the right people, then it would be good to collaborate on that kind of level?
You could find people to collaborate with, but it's best if you just learn how to do every single thing by yourself first. Mm-hmm. So if you lose them, you didn't lose anything because you still know how to do stuff. Okay. It's great to have a team, but only people that are down to be there when you're down and up when you're up. If they're not cooperating, they don't want to do what you don't want to, they don't want to take the risk that you want to take. Mm-hmm. if you're saying, hey, we're spontaneously going to this city and this state to do this and do that, and they don't want to go, don't take them.
Yeah, and I think that also like brings up a point that if you're in a very early stage of your career and a contract gets put in your face at a very early stage, I think, you know, that's usually a red flag, and you should
As for contracts,
look that over too.
yeah, that's another thing with independency. It's just like you don't want to get baited by big massive corporations or companies and stuff like that, like asking you like, hey, listen, we enjoy your music and stuff like that, would you like to come sign and blah blah blah, because it's kind of bullshit. Also, I remember like starting off in music and I got a bunch of emails and messages from like a bunch of different pages and other things. They're like, hey, we love your music, we'd love to sponsor you, this, that, and the third, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, can you name 5 songs? And they just don't respond. So
yeah,
most of these things are also bait. So
but then also, if you do get a genuinely good offer, like do your research on it and get maybe someone legal to look over it. But I just think at the very early stages, like you're saying, learn everything yourself as much as you can. Network with really great people and like learn skills off of them. So I would say collaboration is a great part, but like you say, only pick the best people if you are going to design a team that really root for you.
Yeah, I think it goes way further if you had genuine people versus like people that are in it for themselves. So but that's just kind of anything.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, no one's going to be that interested if you're not making that much money.
Yeah, that's another thing. I have yet to make any substantial amount of money that's worth proving.
You're quite interesting with your releases. You like to do albums each time.
Mostly.
How many albums do you have?
Right now, I have put out 4
Over the course of how many years?
since 20. So for the last 8 years.
Okay, it's like an album every couple of years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to do an album every single year, but that's very hard.
It is, and you don't want to lose the quality of something just to hit a timeline target.
Yeah. I try to keep them. I try to polish them as great as possible, or at least at at that time. But yeah, I don't put out albums until like I have like a couple songs under my belt first, get the ball rolling, and then put out some project, because you don't want to put it out to deaf ears. I mean, back then putting out albums makes no sense because no one knows who you are, no one cares. So if you put out an album, if it's like cool, sure, but if it's about you and your personal life and this, that, and the third, it's really hard to get people to care and listen about that, which is kind of like my problem.
You just like you're drawn to like the concept of.
But I'm super drawn to the concept of making things personal. So if anybody ever listens to my albums, like they're all about my life. So it's just like, okay, cool.
Get to know me.
Get to know me. You could listen to my albums consecutively and you'd be like, I know this motherfucker. I know him pretty well.
So would you say like you still look back on some of your old releases and you're happy with them, or like how do they sit with you?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think when I made them is when I felt like I was on top of the world. I remember making this one project called Apartment. I was in my house for 4 months just doing nothing and just contemplating about a lot of things. And when I was making the project, I just remember being so happy to take my laptop everywhere and just make beats and go like, damn, this fucking slaps. And till this day, I would listen to the album like, yo, this beat is insane. That's probably like my best beat production that I love. And that was all just made off just my brain. Like I did that. Now, could I record it better? Sure. But
yeah. You can always record. Technology's always developing. Like
yeah.
But yeah, so you do everything yourself on the album. Do you mix and master it?
I used to do my own mixing and mastering, but I have my boy,
It's always better to just get someone who's really good at it to do it, isn't it?
I met my boy Defnick in like 2019, and he is from California.
Cali, baby.
Yeah. He messaged me. He says, yo, man, I don't know you, but I found you on social media. I really like your music, and I want to like mix your stuff for free. And I was like,
sweet.
For free? What the hell? And then I was like, okay, cool. I sent him one song. He sent me a master, and I was like, all right, dude, you're in. And till this day, he still mixes a lot of my songs.
For free. Royalty cut, right?
Yeah, and
okay,
we and he's a really great friend of mine now. Like now me and him are best of pals.
We need to go to Cali.
Yeah.
On the road.
Yeah, like every time I'm in California, I try to make it out to go see him and stuff like that. Great friend. Great guy, yeah.
So you put out a lot of stuff online. Have you done a lot of live performance or performed your album?
I used to do live performances. I think the last one I did was in 2021.
What was your setup?
A mic, speaker, laptop, and a lot of friends.
Beats. Did you ever have like anyone DJ for you, or did you just play the beats through?
Yeah. Like I said, the last performance of 2021.
What?
My parents just moved, and their house was abandoned. So my yard and the backyard. So like there's just people everywhere.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a great time. And I had my friend who was a DJ. I had two friends that were DJs. So I was like, yo, you guys start the DJing. You be the first DJ. The performers will go on. I'll go on. And then you DJ the rest of the night away. And like, let's just go crazy. It was cool. So we did that. And it was one of the greatest nights of my life. I remember standing on my heater. And then everybody was like, Soba.
It was like Eminem and
So,
Amo.
yes. That was probably the first type of like feeling that was happening. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Yeah, absolutely.
So where would you say you are at now with your music? Like, what is your relationship to it? How do you feel about it? And kind of what's next?
That's a great question. Okay.
Thanks.
Actually, wow. That's the exact question I would want to hear. Right now I'm going through like a huge change in my life. I think about it like a year ago or like a year and a half ago, like someone important in my life like changed the way of my thinking process. And she done a lot for me when it came to like growing up and like figuring things out and kind of just making sense of not only myself but like everybody else around me. And so I got a new perspective when it comes to making my music, because now I don't want to sound like a selfish douchebag with so many personal problems and kind of like project those problems as if the world has caused them.
Like a Dear Diary moment.
Yeah. And it's like, so while my brain was still developing as a man and stuff like that, I'm trying to release all these things that I had built up since I was like a kid and whatnot. It's just like anger with relationships, anger with my childhood, or anger with family, or whatever the case may be. And I was really like, I got to a point of exhaustion of just kind of like talking about the same thing over and over again. So when it comes to my music now, it's like, how can I talk about those problems in a positive way, and how did I overcome those problems?
Like hindsight.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to talk about it from a perspective where it's like, this used to be a thing, now it's no longer a thing. While I was making music back then, it was mostly like, this is still a thing, it's always a thing, it's always gonna be a thing, and I'm never gonna let go of it or grow up or figure it out. And now I feel like I figured it out.
Okay.
Yeah, so there is this one thing.
So have you made any music in this mindset yet, or is that
Yes,
something?
I made quite a few songs.
And does it sound remarkably different?
It sounds way different, yeah. I think it
How
sounds
cool is that?
It sounds pretty positive, actually, and I like it. So it's like,
because I'm happy.
it's like this,
Very Pharrell.
like I remember I dropped a song back in January called Void 1 and Void 2. Void 1 is just me like being not understood and just kind of like stepping, like I'm a different person than I was 2 years ago. So you can't compare myself now to who I was back then. I got a lot of shit on my chest, and for you to say I didn't overcome that makes zero sense. So that's what that first part was about. The second part was like, you got to understand, like I'm a different person. Like it's just kind of like double downing on it, I guess. And yeah, those two songs were out in January, and I haven't made music since. So in between, I made a couple more songs. I made a few more project ideas, and those are all based off of like a brand new perspective of what used to be me versus what I am now. And I think like it's awesome.
And how cool is that to like have a time capsule of your growth, like
It's
through your
fucking
20s?
sick. I think it's awesome
It
because
is
then
really cool.
I literally have a like chart in my house of like how my projects all connect, and it tells one singular story. Sooner or later that story sooner or later that story is going to end, but like I'm happy that I was able to timestamp it. Like just like being a photographer. You take a picture and you captured a moment in time, and you'll never get it back, but you could still look at it. Just like this photo I'm about to take right now. Like this. There you go. See? Like you could slap that on the but like it's it's all just moments, and I realize that now. I think when I was younger it was always like my whole entire life is tragic because my life X amount of time ago was like that, so now my whole life is like this. It's like no, everything is a moment, everything is a time, and just how are you gonna deal with it or be in that moment, that exact moment in time, blah blah blah, stuff like that.
Would you say you're more like into photography or music at the moment?
They both work
together?
hand in hand, exist together.
Okay, cool. So like when you're making something like music wise, do you visualize how it's gonna look?
Absolutely. I will not make a song until my cover art is done.
So cover art comes first?
Cover art comes first.
And then, so do you think the photo or whatever, the design sort of stimulates
the mood,
the vibe for the song or the theme for the song?
I always find a loop, then I make the beat, and then I make the instrumental or whatever, then I make the lyrics, and then the cover art comes, and then the cover art literally changes the entire thing.
So you make an idea first, then you get a cover art. So the song inspires the cover art, and the cover art inspires the song.
Yeah, hand in hand.
Okay, cool.
And then every time I perform my music, I will always capture everything. I have videos, I have pictures of my shows.
Yeah, I need to get better at that. See, I hate social media.
It's not social media. This is not social media at all.
No, I know, but yeah.
That's another thing. My relationship with social media now is totally different from what it was months ago because...
Do you like doing it for your work?
So, the thing about it is that a lot of people get gassed out because they see it as work. Mm-hmm. If you see it as something fun, it's different. If you see it as something as, I'm just talking to a wall, which you are now, like... Everybody.
I like this. Like I love this because it's like an actual conversation. Like I can't be doing like some TikTok dance and then being like, I just make the song of the summer.
So this is the thing. I treat it just like this. Like we're talking two microphones to a laptop that goes to the world later, not now. So all the things I do at that exact moment, it's just me doing something now. My adventures, my social media, my whatever, it's just me doing stuff. And if people like it, people like it. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah, but you have that personality anyway, where you're like, dare me to do something. I don't want to be dead to do nothing.
You don't have to. You don't have to do anything.
I want to be in my pajamas in bed.
You don't have to do anything. You just got to make really, really good music, really, really good podcasts. And, the people that want to listen and the people that love you will listen.
So you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we kind of touched on it earlier, but if you like, if someone sat down to you and they're like, I've never made music before, I'm really interested in like pursuing something creative, where do I start? What would your advice be?
Go get a shitty job. Save $1,000.
Or pounds.
Yeah. Get yourself a decent laptop. Get yourself a decent microphone within the $200, 200-pound rate.
A starter kit.
Yeah, get a starter kit. Get a
you
Scarlett.
You don't have to have the best things.
We're recording this on a Scarlett interface, $100.
Mm-hmm.
Super easy, super simple.
Yeah, but we're also using very expensive microphones.
Very expensive microphones, but
so we
don't do
talk.
this.
This is after like
this
8
is after
years.
8 years, exactly. Yeah. You could go buy yourself a $200 mic.
When you hit the big time, you can get a 70.
This hurt my wallet. I had to sell my old mic just to get this one.
Mine was a gift.
Lucky you. So yeah, if somebody wanted to make music, I would probably just pass the same advice that I was passed when I asked the same exact question. I remember asking Russ in 2018. I'm like, hey man, I'm making music, but my equipment sucks. What can I do? He said, go get yourself an Apollo Duet at the time. So go get yourself a Scarlett, get yourself a laptop, get like a MacBook or something, and a microphone and headphones, and just record. Mm-hmm. Make music. It could sound really, really bad, but if you just have the proper sound barriers in your room, Go at it.
Just something to get ideas down. Like, I've always loved artists like Damon Albarn from Gorillaz and other people like that, because they just used whatever they had.
That inspired you to be who you are now.
No.
Gorillas. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. It did.
But he just used what he had.
Yeah.
Like, and it's scrappy and it's like, it's almost poetic. And I always say it's kind of like, it's like collage. Like, I always think of my music as like a collage. I just find bits that I like and just together.
A lot of independent music nowadays is just collages. Is everybody just throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks?
Yeah, and like we're in an age where digital music sounds sick, so you could put these intense drilling noises
You could
on
do
something and
anything.
it sounds cool.
Technology is infinite. Resources.
It's like GarageBand's free.
Yeah, resources are infinite. You could do whatever you want and just make it. And I think that's like the best way to do it.
Because now everyone has computer time all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great little runaround. One advice that I love the most came from my good friend Carlos that I've met when I was younger. He told me when it comes to recording, because I was always insecure about my recordings, his advice was fuck your neighbors. Not literally. I'm saying in the sense of like I was really insecure by being too loud in my room and just like, oh, I don't know if I could
This
record.
is so American. Like, this just wouldn't fly in the UK. But like,
I know.
so they'd be like, turn that fucking noise down. Sorry.
No, there's no apologies. Be unapologetic
In New
when it
York,
comes
it'd
to
be
your
like, turn
craft.
that fucking noise down. Hey, fuck you. I'm
Fuck
making
you,
music.
I'm making music. Exactly.
Give me that meatball sub.
Okay, no one says that. But yeah, he said fuck your neighbors, and I remember from that day forward, I was like, yo, I stopped caring about my neighbors at all. Like, I don't care how loud I am. I'm creating music. You have a dream, you have a goal, you have a desire. You go do it, finish it, no excuses.
So obviously you're talking about it literally, but it's kind of like a metaphor. Yeah. To be like,
Shout out to Carlos.
shout out Carlos.
I hold that advice forever.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Any last words?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate you.
I really appreciate you. We done here?
I guess.
Okay.
What's your outro?
You have to say it with me.
What am I supposed to
Just
say?
follow me.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Thank
you
for
for
tuning in to Pop Teeth, with Mima
and Soba.
Next week I'll talk about something else, probably on my own. But this has been a great episode.
This has been
My
awesome.
Good friend. We love you, America.
Oh my God, no we don't.
See you on the next one.